All right, guys, we're here in San Francisco with the Swagtron EB-7. It's brand new, and I'm going to walk you through some of the features. Okay, so it's got a 350 watt rear hub motor, and the motor, as you can see, is actually fused with these spokes to the wheel. It's a 16-inch wheel. It's a single fixed chain drive, single gear. It's got 16-inch wheels, as I said. Up front, we've got a headlight. There's no tail light, but there is a headlight, which is controlled by the trip computer. It's got disc brakes front and back, pretty solid components. Works well even on the hills here in San Francisco. And then the folding mechanism works like this. So it's really a four-part folding mechanism. You've got the plastic folding pedals, push and then bend, both sides. You've got standard quick release seat. The handlebars are interesting. There's a little safety latch here made of metal. Pretty solid component for a folding mechanism. You pull this down, and this just folds right over. And then finally, lift this up, pull this out, pull that back, and the bike folds right in half. Okay, so when it's folded, it's not that easy to lift. It weighs about 45 pounds. And let me show you, easy enough for a guy, but would definitely be a little bit of work for a girl. I shouldn't have said that. All right. So when it's folded, you can actually remove the battery. There's a key you can put in here which locks the battery in or locks the battery out, kind of a theft prevention device. If you want, a nice feature is you can actually remove the battery, and then you can charge the battery directly with this charging port if you don't want to carry your bike into your house. Or when the battery's in place, you can just plug the charger right into the bike. All right, now we're gonna put it back together. So this goes up, that latch is closed. And that's it. So the ride comfort is pretty good. It's obviously got this rear suspension, and then it's got really more of a comfort seat. It's actually pretty soft and squishy. Nice to sit on. The one thing, probably not good for riders over maybe 6'3" or 6'4". Personally, I am 6'2", and I'm pretty much maxing out the seat. Post is not that long. Also, one strange design element, the seat can't actually go all the way in because it hits the frame down here. Personally, I might have preferred not to have the rear suspension just to save some weight and make it a little more compact. But it does add to the ride comfort. I'm gonna get this thing going. And then I'm also gonna get the kickstand. Here on the left side of the handlebar, there is a little trip computer. It's backlit and it has all the standard readouts like battery level, current speed, odometer, and then it also has control for these 4 different speed modes, which I will walk through a little bit later. So there's a horn right here. I do wish it sounded a little more like a horn or a bell, which people are used to. All right, now we're gonna go take this thing for a spin. We're gonna do a road test in San Francisco. So there are 4 power modes that you can select from the trip computer. The first mode is pedal assist. The other 3 modes let you use the twist throttle. As far as I can tell, the only difference between the 3 modes is the top speed, not the actual amount of power being supplied. I've also found that the automatic pedal assist isn't that smooth or quick to kick in, so you're probably going to want to use the other 3 modes and manually control the throttle. Even then, there is maybe a half-second delay between when you hit the throttle and when the power kicks in, so just something to get used to. The top speed with throttle alone is 18.6 miles per hour, and that's really only going to work on flat ground. The range is quoted as 15 miles on battery power alone, and 2 or 3 times that if you're pedaling. But if you're hill climbing or starting and stopping a lot, I expect you'll see less. But the most important thing for me as a commuter in a city with big hills is really the hill climbing ability. And frankly, that's one of the best reasons to buy an e-bike. So here I am heading up one of the streets in North Beach, and you can see the gradient is about 20 degrees here, maybe more. And there's really no problem. The pedal assist really just gets you up those hills. You're probably only going to get going 10 or 12 miles an hour max when you've got an incline like this, but something like that would be almost impossible without power assist. Going downhill also really important, and fortunately the EB-7 has these dual disc brakes. They don't appear to be a name brand company, but from what I've found so far, they're extremely solid. They do hum and squeak a little bit, and I'm going to look into trying to fix that, maybe cleaning them off a little bit. But in terms of braking ability, no problem whatsoever. So as you can see, tackling those hills, just no problem at all. Here's a real brake test. So I get going about 15 miles an hour on this one right here, and it stops in just a couple meters. But one of the things I like the most about this bike is probably just how small it is. Here in San Francisco, you don't want to leave your bike out on the street, and I found that with this Swagtron EB-7, I'm bringing it into coffee shops, no problem, easy to lift, and I just bring it everywhere I go. Don't have to worry about locking it up. So that's it for now, guys. I hope everyone enjoyed this review. If there's anything else you want to see, let me know. Or check out my other video where I compare the features of the EB-7 to the EB-5. But I gotta say, the EB-7, really the best value e-bike I've tried, and highly recommended if you're looking for an e-bike on a budget. Thanks, guys.